Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. How's everyone doing? It's Nick Jancev here from Holistic Health Anxiety Coaching. Today, I'm going to be sharing the topic or the module, one of the module 3 on the course called Beyond Reassurance, Build Confidence and Resilience. Today, this podcast is going to be about, the topic's going to be called the importance of space and safety, learning to provide space for others to express themselves in their anxiety needs. The point is, if someone is got a habit of seeking reassurance, right, from others, that's a short-term, it's a short-term fix. It's only a band-aid towards what's really going on, digging deep into our anxiety. So, yeah, so we'll go into we'll look at safety versus reassurance. We'll look at understanding concept of giving space to someone, or receiving space from someone, making space, and not to provide reassurance, not to reassure so much, even though it's normal to reassure, especially when we're enmeshed with someone close to us, our family, partners, friends. We explore the alternative practices to encourage healing and anxiety. We look at caused by feeling of assurance too much. Always want to be sure about things, but we need to find their own assurance, not to be reassured. So those who seek reassurance for comforting reason, which is really a behavioral thing, right? Behavioral thing that happens. It's a looping effect, and it's good for a little while, and then it actually increases more anxiety because the mind just keeps looping. We'll look at creating safe space to close ones so they can be allowed to express themselves naturally. We'll look at their anxiety without maybe breaking the cycle, seek reassurance. Those who are seeking reassurance, usually the ones who are more sensitive, okay, so create that sensitivity in themselves, and encourage comfort practices, allow others to go deeper, much more deeper, by sharing. Maybe you can share some tea together in a Chinese or Japanese philosophy. They sit down and just one listens, sip on our coffee, is very mindful. One talks, one listens without reassuring. There's a name for this, but it's just come up to me in this podcast. But that's what I do. Share some tea with someone and practice. Allow ourselves the opportunity to practice the listening from the heart, providing hugs and just being the listener. All right. One gives, one receives. Taking time to share that, especially those who, again, obviously are actually quite sensitive. Giving space, not so much advice, and enable us to this wonderful communication from the heart without enabling unhealthy behaviors from us. So unhealthy behaviors could be like the excitement of, the excitement of not being heard, right? Allowing again looping the unhealthy behavior of what the byproducts of anxiety is, feeling invalidated, not loved. Listening is a powerful thing, my friend. So all that stuff. Yeah. So, when we're explore alternative practice to encourage healing and anxiety, it's a psychological thing. Usually we all have it within us, to find our inner selves. There's an inner child in us, right? No matter how old you are, right? Whether you're like 50, 60, there's an inner child in us that needs to be validated. Actually, you need to validate your own inner child. It's there. It's right there somewhere. You need to just, and that's why, you need to be, the only reason why you need reassurance is because you have the inner child who needs to be heard, and we don't know how to hear it. We don't know how to stop and listen to it. We don't even have enough time to listen to it. Yeah, I think it's in inner child work, okay? And that's what's causing this anxiety, this behavior. So wouldn't it be nice just to practice like one listens? It's a good way to support. The other one receives. Yeah, so this topic has been allowing safety versus reassurance. Okay, this is what it's all about: the importance of safety, of space and safety to others. It's nice to be listened to. It really is. And yeah, okay. So that was a very short one today. This is the third module on the course. There are 11 modules to this particular course: beyond reassurance, build confidence, and resilience in life. So I think let's just make up some questions. Let me just have a little bit of tea, coffee, tea. Sometimes you can just share a coffee or tea, right? With your loved ones and make space, make time. But here's the practice once again. Provide space. Allow others to express themselves, to expose themselves, to go deeper and validate the inner child. That's what's come up for me today on this particular one. My first question is, are you a pleaser? How much of the time when you're communicating do you need to be reassured? If you go back on your timeline in the past, let's talk about your past. When's the last time you felt that like you had to be reassured? Was it in your work environment? Are you a student that needs reassurance to your teachers? All right. Are you a new parent that's just had a child and it's a new thing and you're not sure of how to go about it? Or you don't want to make a mistake. And maybe you're a perfectionist who doesn't know, feels so insecure because everything has to be so perfect. I get that. These are just a few examples of people that, at times of our life, we need to be reassured. How about give us a chance to go into whatever you're holding back on and whatever you're needing reassurance, to go out and fumble it. Go out and explore what needs to be done without minimum reassurance from others. Or are you a patient or a doctor that always needs to be reassured? And even though you might have a simple cough or a headache, do you always need to check your blood pressure? Like, always need to be assured? Yeah. So, yeah. And are you the type that goes onto the computer and becomes your own doctor and over catastrophizing the idea there's something wrong with you and always searching, looking? Because this thing, our mind, our brain is a computer. The more it's designed to solve, look at problems and solve problems or create problems, right? So how much, yeah. Okay, one last question. When you feel you need the reassurance and then you've got that from a family member or a doctor, how did it feel for you? And was it a long-term fix for you, or was it like, how long did it actually last for before your mind went, it was good for a little while, and before your mind went to something else, and before it created more anxiety? Because again, your mind went to, you gave the mind an instruction to seek and find and destroy. Yeah. So you can actually destroy ourselves by over activating the mind, overstimulating the thoughts, the creativity within us. And when's the last time you actually talked to your inner child? Yeah, your inner self. When did you last time invest your time to talk to that insecure little spirit that lives within you? All right. And that's the driver of our anxiety. Believe it or not, that's what it is. So the moment we can actually talk and separate our ego from that, and whatever's going on, we can maybe allow ourselves to explore that area. All right. Maybe we wouldn't need that much reassurance. All right, my friends, I've had fun podcasting here, and hope everyone is well. And if you're feeling too much for insurance, by all means, follow our podcast, call us, somewhere, get in contact. Happy to work with you one-on-ones. Cool. And maybe you found us on Spotify. Okie dokie. Maybe you found us on Spotify on our show. So in holistic health, anxiety coaching, podcasting, anxiety podcasting. So bye from me till our next podcast. Follow through the next module 4, and bye for now.